Welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to a short webinar series on a quick start to Canva education, which is one of my favorite apps and platforms to use. I will be recording this webinar, and all the recordings will be shared with everyone at the end of the three-part webinar series. So let's get going. Hello, I am Karine. And I am sure some of you already know my name and my face, but if you don't, you'll get to know it a little bit. But before we start, if you know my manager, Kevin, you will know that I have to mention Innovate EDU. And I just want to remind everybody about next year's Innovate EDU. It will be in Cape Town again next year. This year it was in Joburg Dainfern College. And it's going to be in a different location than our previous Cape Town events. This year it'll be at the Sachs Junior School, and the early bird tickets are already open. So if you have any budget left for the year before it disappears into that big black hole, we never know where it goes, perhaps you can buy some early bird tickets. This is a Canva webinar series. At this year in Joburg, we ran a Canva track, and we will probably running one again, including Affinity. So there will be plenty to learn. For those of you who do not know what Affinity is, buy the tickets and come and find out. But I'm also happy to share that Affinity is a new free all-in-one design app released by Canva that integrates professional design tools like Affinity Designer, Affinity Photo, and Affinity Publisher. I think it's equal to Adobe's platform and products, but this one, of course, is for free. I am dropping the link to the Innovate EDU website in our Google Meet chat for you to have it on hand. Oh, thank you, Temba. I have my trusty colleague, Temba, on this. Thank you, Temba. He's already dropped the Innovate EDU chat for us there. All right, so let's get going. My name is Karine Hubert, and I will be doing today's session and actually this entire webinar series. I have been using Canva since 2018, and I will share my experience about that. I was a classroom teacher for 12 years, where I started out with physical education, moved into English additional language, and also computer schools at a primary school. And as I mentioned, I started using Canva in 2018 after a new colleague at that stage, who actually became a dear friend, told me about it. I enjoyed and still enjoy design and making things pretty, and started to use Canva for classroom posters, school invites, school events, designing those front pages for your exercise books and all of that, and just fell in love with the platform and the product. I even remember in 2019 with my grade 7s, and along with a parent, we even designed a yearbook for that group, and we had it printed and handed out a copy to each grade 7 learner at the end. And they all worked collaboratively on the Canva document we created, the yearbook, and they actually designed their own page. We printed it and handed them out to them as a keepsake before they moved on to high school. So I'm happy to share my love for Canva education with you all. And I do work now for Cloud EDU. I'm a trainer for them. I work with schools. There are my details if you need it. Okay, so for this series, it's going to be a three-part series. In today's session, I'm going to touch on what is Canva education. I'll do the different Canva licenses so that you know what's free, what's paid, why do you pay when you actually want to get free, something like that. Next week, we'll get to the fun, where we go, what can you do in Canva? And then session number 3 for the first week in December, I will walk you through the Canva homepage, and we do the Canva editor basics. This webinar series is an introduction to the basics. There's so much more in Canva that you can do, but let's start with the basics. I'm missing something, but let's go on. Right. Oh, what I wanted to know was, can you give me a thumbs up in the meet if you are absolutely new to Canva and Canva education? I'll get to the difference later. Give me a thumbs up if you are new. Oh, Temba's new. And give me an applause reaction if you're not completely new to Canva, but I want to know more about Canva education and how you can get that for your school. I just want to read the room, as I would say. Okay, Kirsty, she's giving us an applause. And I saw a thumbs up in the meet there. Okay, so let's start with just what is Canva Education. So Canva Education is an all-in-one visual communication platform. I'm a visual person. I love when things are pretty. I like making things pretty, whether it's physical or designing. And Canva is a great platform for that, for visual communication. But it's also so much more. Canva was founded in 2013 in Australia, I think Perth, Australia, and it gained popularity around 2017. That was just a basic Canva free designing platform that you could sign up with a personal Gmail account or any account. And in 2019, Canva for Education, as it was known then, it was renamed to just Canva Education, was launched in 2019. And up until this year, 90 million students and teachers using Canva monthly. 1.5 billion designs created by the community is used worldwide in 190 countries. And a lot of schools and districts are also using Canva. Canva education is free, completely free for all schools. K to 12, so it will be your pre-primary schools, primary schools, high schools in the South African context. Unfortunately, not so for higher education and non-school or NPOs or NGOs for non-school. But it is free for schools, which is a great thing. And they promise to stay free. Let's see. Canva is a place where you can do so much more than just design a nice front page or an invitation or a poster. You can have docs in Canva where you can use for reports, essay, journals, project planning, whiteboards, which is a great digital collaboration tool for your learners in your classrooms. Presentation, I am presenting now from a Canva presentation. You can create great videos and easy videos in Canva as well, bringing in screen sharing, your video, having your scene selection, and that you can create sites. And you can also make sheets pretty in Canva, used for different reasons. And then recently launched, not on this slide, is also Canva Code. You can even code now in Canva as well. So why is Canva education free? So Canva's motto is, and their belief system is, education is a human right, as we as teachers know. It's a human right, and they want to keep it accessible for everybody. Canva education empowers and it allows actually for out-of-the-box thinking, out-of-the-box creating, and out-of-the-box collaboration. It goes beyond the sometimes restricted classroom, whether it's a physical classroom or a digital classroom. It creates a great environment for some creative, out-of-the-box thinking and producing work for learners. And the kids love it. Our learners live in a visual world. It's from TikTok to Instagram. It's aesthetic is the new word. Everything needs to be aesthetic. And Canva just meets them in that world. The skills students learn transcend just what the normal curriculum is. Skills students are developing when they use Canva far more valuable than just getting an A on a project or making it pretty. They are future-proofing their careers. As I said, we live in a visual world. So visual communication is a new form of literacy. When a student designs an infographic in history class, they aren't just summarizing the facts. They are learning how to present data in a visual way. They are taking complex data and distilling it into a clear, digestible format. They are applying knowledge and skills. They are obtaining skills that will be required in marketing, consulting, science, and every other corporate field today as well, as we as adults and consumers are also visual people. When they choose the right font pairing or color palette in Canva, they are learning the principles of visual hierarchy and design thinking. how to guide a viewer's eye and ensure the message is received instantly. These are essential. Hello.
Karin, I'm so
Yes.
sorry that I'm
I'm not
mute.
sharing my screen.
I just wanted, I've been pinging you everywhere just to quickly let you know if you are
I am
presenting,
so
please shoot.
sorry.
No problem.
You should have unmuted your mic sooner. And this is part
Sorry,
of the recording.
didn't want to interrupt you.
No, sometimes I need to be interrupted. Themba.
But you gave an amazing oral presentation. I have to say, I've been following.
I will not redo this live. might just redo a recording where I share my screen. So I will just re-record this maybe sometime. Okay, can everybody see my screen? My very pretty Canva presentation. Thank you. Okay, now I just need to check if it goes on to where it needs to go on. Need to reorientate myself. Let me just stop presenting and actually present what I need to present. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Where did my Canva presentation go? Let me just press escape, yeah. Sorry for the disruption.
Sorry about that, Karin.
No, you don't have to apologize, Themba. Here we go. Present. Something went wrong. Please try again. Okay, it's just reloading the page now. Okay. Present. Okay, let me share my screen. Sorry. Okay, it should be coming now.
Yay.
And my controls are also working. Okay, so just a quick glance for those of you who was listening very nicely to me. There was my nice hello, my before we get started, my Innovate EDU one, a little bit about me, what we're covering. And we were at the visual cues, the skills learners here. And I started with visual communication. And when they choose the right font and how guide the viewer's eye ensure a message received instantly, this is essential for effective communication. Canva fosters, like as I mentioned, communication, adaptability. Another skill for learners is the digital fluency and the time of AI. So Canva is a cloud-based digital production tool, meaning it can work collaboratively. Students are mastering the kind of digital fluency that is non-negotiable in a college or university or career. It's like working together, doing what you need to do, working collaboratively. They are becoming, or we are trying to let them become experts in digital collaboration. They can be guided using AI features like the AI-powered magic tools. We can't avoid AI, but we certainly guide our learners how to use AI responsibly and work alongside AI. And this is a critical skill for our future job market. Knowing how to prompt, refine, and integrate AI-generated content ethically and effectively, which is a great feature that you can use Canva for. And then let's hear what others say. So this is a USA-made video about a district in the USA. I look forward to when we have a similar testimonial video from a South African school. And it might be one of you at your school, but it will be great to have one for our context. But while we wait for that, let's hear what this person says. And now, of course, there's no sound.
I work in Beaverton for Beaverton School District. Beaverton is our third largest district in the state. We're at about 39,000 plus students, 54 schools total. My role is to create a safe ecosystem for our students and not add barriers to their learning. Canva actually really fits that really well for us.
Canva has definitely made life more fun. I'm able to go into classrooms and say, we're going to create something, and then kids have free reign to create whatever they want. The ease of assigning things to students, giving them a template, letting them have free reign to start from scratch. It's fewer clicks for both the teacher and the student in order to get what they need, and they can create anything that their minds can come up with. I always tell the students, you're not going to break it, press all the buttons, see what all the things do.
Using Canva definitely sets up our students for success. If I know that I want my students to create or produce or design something, and I know I have a tool that can do that well, then I'm going to let them use that tool.
It's amazing to watch teachers inspiring students and then students taking it as far as they can. Using Canva has been an awesome tool for that.
Okay, and that was Canva for Education. Like I say, I look forward to hearing a South African school make one. So let's get to actually the topic of today is how do you set up Canva for your school system? So as we mentioned, Canva is free for schools. So how do you go about setting it up? Before I get to that, I just want to go through the different licenses, versions you get for Canva, because I know there has been some confusion. Like me as a teacher signed up, but my other teacher doesn't have that answer for. So I want to clarify that confusion. The first one is you get Canva free. So this is your general free version. Anybody can sign up for Canva free. You get the design platform with limited features. You don't get the advanced features like background removal or I think limited magic write features. Then you get the Pro, Teams, or Enterprise versions. And these are the ones you pay for. So they're the paid premium offerings. Some schools I know have signed up for a profile, one profile as an enterprise profile to get some of the features. And then that paid version will create some teams for it, and some schools have been using that. Then there's also, and this is how it started out, you get a Canva Education individual license or individual teacher who get the free versions. That is still 100% free. You get a full access to all of the templates, photos, the graphics, the fonts, the background remover. But it is based on a self-verification by an individual teacher. So you as a teacher say, I want to verify or sign up for Canva Education individual. I follow the process. I need to give my job title. I need to submit a letter from the school that say I am a teacher at the school, and also a link to the website. These are steps you need to follow. I did that, I think, in 2019 or 2020. I followed those steps. I can't remember them all. Canva then they do register your school as an institution. So let's say another teacher also follows the same individual verification where they sign up, submit their letter. It does link that you are in the same school, but it's not a school-wide deployment. Even with this individual teacher license, you can have SSO, which is single sign-on. So it's login with Google or login with Microsoft is supported. It's limited to the teacher's classroom. So the individual profile then creates a team, which is a classroom in Canva, and they have to invite people to it. But it's not a school-wide collaboration for that. You don't have access to the brand kit, and I'll get into the brand kit in one of the other modules, but where you can set up a brand kit for your organization with the school logo and school colors that is visible. And of course, with the individual one, you can still assign to Google Classroom, link your profiles with that. Then you want to get to this one, where you actually sign up your school or your organization or your district as Canva Education. So this is a school-wide sign up you do once. It's also 100% free. Then everybody in that organization, staff and students, get the full access of Canva Education. There's no need for an individual sign up or approval process. It's a domain-wide rollout, centralized provisioning, and then you can set single sign-on SSO integration for everybody in that organization. So whenever someone signs in with a school profile, I'm going to use our example, which is gape.co.za, sign up with their school profile, they can just sign in, single sign-on, and then they include it into that. Another great feature, if you sign up your school, is you get a centralized admin controls. So one person or IT manager or teachers or more than one can have the permission of admin controls. And then you can set more granular admin permissions as well with that. And then you also have access to the brand kit. So one person will load up the brand kit, and then everybody has access to that. It's like a deployment throughout all of your ones. So I'm going to walk us through how do you sign up your organization. If you have a teacher that's already signed up with an individual profile in your school, it's not a train smash. Canva assists you on how to eradicate that duplicate, and a teacher will not lose everything that they've created on that single verified profile. They will be able to share it with that. But Canva guides you through that. I won't be talking to that today, but I can assist if need be. I want to talk you through a single school setup. As I mentioned, you can do a single school setup where one school, one domain. Canva has the ability where you do organizational setup, but we don't have a district-wide deployment or something like that in South Africa. Unfortunately, it would be great. And very few schools in the South African context are part of a bigger organization. Not the majority of our schools are. So I won't be talking to that today. If you are at a school that's part of a bigger organization with multiple schools, and the organization wants to sign up for Canva Education, you can also reach out, and then I can guide you through those steps. But for today's purposes, we're going to do about a single school setup. Your structure for your single school will be, of course, you'll have a school, and then within that school, you'll have someone or people that have admin rights, that are the admin. You'll have your teachers, and you'll have your students. And in Canva, they call a team will be a school. So when you do this, you will see they talk about teams. Their wording is a little bit different. Team can be a school, and you can have different roles within that. You can set different permissions for teachers and different permissions for students if you sign up your school. For example, teachers can upload templates. They can create different other teams, like which were their classes, and they can also make use of the Magic Write AI features. You can disable or restrict certain permissions again for students. So it's like you and your admin console, you have different OUs. It's the same with this one, which makes it management within a school system great. Okay, so 2 ways you can sign up. There's a link, and I'll put this in the chat for you. If you click on that link, it will take you to the sign up page, and you'll have 2 options how you can do that. Let me just navigate over to my Google Meet chat and checking if Temba has let me know if I'm doing something wrong. No, I'm still good.
All good.
So you can sign up. Sign up with Google. Sign up now with Google. This is a great one. It's a new feature that they brought to. Or if you are not a Google instance, or you have more than 10,000 users in your Google domain, you will then have to apply for access. And then they use SAML identity provider. It's a different process. I'm not the biggest technical person, so I can talk to it a little bit, but I don't understand everything. I just know that second option is a little bit more technical. It takes a little bit longer, but it's still possible. So as I said, this is a new one. You can have a quick sign up with Google and actually do it through the Google app licensing. So if you go to that link that I've shared in the chat there and you click on the first one, the one on your left would be sign up now for Google, and the one on your right will be then with a different way of signing up. There are pros and cons. So the pros of choosing the first option, the easiest one is sign up now with Google, is you have instant approval of the application, and there's no other things you need to set up with it there. The cons is you can only sign up with Google now if your institution is less than 10,000 users and you are a single school sign up. This won't work for a multiple school organization. And then there's no of that option there. You can set up single sign-on for both. So that's just a little bit of a difference. But if you click on that first one, in that first option, sign up with Google now, it will take you to a sign-up form, and you just follow the steps for the sign-up form. You need to be a school administrator. You need to have admin rights on your admin console to do the sign up with Google now. Refresh. Why? It should be playing a little bit more. And you just follow the steps with that one there. And it takes you through 5 steps. You'll have to fill in your organization, how many staff members, how many students, and you can just follow the prompts with for that sign up. And then once you've signed up, you'll get access to this page on Canva. So this entry point you'll get either once you've completed the sign up form, and you receive an email as well. Then it gets out, and then you could go to your admin console, your Google admin console. You sign up, you allow app licensing, and this is where you can set up now your OUs with who needs to be labeled as staff, so they get staff licensing, and who is labeled as student, so they only get the student permissions. And then they pull all of those identities through to Canva. So when your student logs into Canva with their student school profile, they will automatically be under a management or a group of students, and your teachers will be under teachers, and of course you will have the admin rights. And in this step also, they will show you how to set up SSO, single sign-on for your organization, making it so much easier for your students to log into Canva with their school accounts. And they will give you a nice guidebook taking you through all of the different admin things. So just a recap of sign up with Google now. Pros: instant application, instant verification. You just have to have 10,000 users or less. If you're not a Google Workspace for Education institution, you use some other platform, you will then have to go the other route, which is apply for access. And if you click on that one there, the second option, the option on your right on that same web page, it will take you to a different application form. This one takes a little bit longer. It takes 5 to 7 days for Canva to review and approve your application. So that's the page you will go to. You also just follow the prompts. And once successful, the following steps and the SAML guides will be shared with you to complete the setup, and also the setup for the single sign-on there. And doesn't matter which route you took, once you are signed up for Canva Education, they will share with you your launch toolkit. And then your school is good to go, and you'll receive some resources to share the joy. One example is a teacher welcome email. They will provide you a template that you can customize for yourself. There are teacher resource links on that email template. There are guidelines for students to make this implementation as easy as possible in your school. They also give you links for school posters if you want to put that up. It's a big resource toolkit you can. If you've set up Canva for Education for your school and you are struggling, or you are struggling to register, sign up with single sign-on, and you're one of our schools, Cloud EDU schools, you can reach out to support@cloudedu.co.za. Deirdre or Farrakhan will gladly assist. But it is as easy as that. You can reach out to me. I can also refer you to schools who have completed the process and who is happy to share their experience as well. But we have had minimal complaints or struggles from schools signing up for Canva Education. And that is the conclusion for today's session. It was the introduction one. It's a technical part. So different Canva licenses, signing up. Next week, I'll get to the fun stuff. What can you do in Canva? The full package of what you can do in Canva Education. And then the third session is I'll walk you through the Canva homepage to make you get comfortable, and we'll go through some Canva editor basics as well. So the fun is still on its way. Today was a little bit technical. If you have any questions, you're welcome to unmute your mic or pop it in the chat for me, then I can help you. Otherwise, I say thank you very much. Thank you for your kindness on my blubber earlier, not sharing my screen. And we see everybody next week. And then I'm going to stop the recording. Recording.